kind of thoughts on tonight and the overall thoughts of, now you can actually start getting ready for the season?
I thought first half, defensively we were really good. I thought we paid attention to detail. We were physical. Our bracket coverages was really good. Thought we did a good job of swarming on Sabonis early in that first half. And then, second half was just, mixing lineups. But I thought overall in the first half we did a good job of just, scoring the basketball, getting the ball from side to side, and then also defensively we're really good.
When you see what Jordan can do on like tonight, is it hard to not just want to see more of that at times when
sure.
you have guys in front of him?
Yeah, I think, Paul Hewar's done a great job with him, last year in the G League. I think Jordan did a great job of just putting in the work, getting better, working with Chris Holguin, all those one-leg slow steppers and all that. But he's really improved. And, it's good to see, Dante, Sean Fine, Connor, Cookie, all those guys, working, with him to make him better. And like I said, he's putting the work in, and he's gotten a lot better. So you do want to see a little bit more of that.
I know that you got a lot of young players who've popped, who've gotten better. You just talked about that, but you said the offense was behind, I think, maybe even a week ago. How far has the offense progressed in your eyes, and where do you want to get it over this next week before the Suns game?
Yeah, I think we have enough in. With the last group, it was hard to really run stuff because, they don't know all of it. But I think we have enough stuff in to start the season and then just kind of see, what fits our team, what we need to build on, what we can throw out, and just kind of go from there. But overall, I think we have enough in to start the season and be ready to go.
How much can Bones Highlands help you guys this year, and will you guys count on him more?
Yeah, I think Bones can help a lot. I think with his shooting, I think with his offensive pace, be able to push the basketball, and his ability to get into the paint, And so, he's shown defensively he knows the coverages. He can do different things as far as show. He might blitz in the small pick and rolls, and I think his shooting is going to be very important for us.
Ty, what have you thought of the halo? Do you find yourself looking at it at all during the game?
Only when they had that loud scream with the water and the way whatever that was, you can't help but to look. But yeah, it's crazy.
Like, do you look at the stats or any of the replays or anything like that?
No, not really. I mean, I think once we get started, I probably will. But it's all just new. Like having shoot around in the same building you're playing in, and after we do certain things, you go back to the office and the court's right. Like it's just different. It's great. But just something we got to get used to.
With all the strides that Zoo's made every season, what is this season, do you think, look like for him to raise it even more?
I think, shooting to try to be cut out. No, I mean, you can hear me?
Yeah.
I mean, just shooting for trying to be Defensive Player of the Year, like that. I think he's that good. He can blitz. Sometimes he can switch. He's good in deep drops, up to touch. And so I just think, shooting for, Defensive Player of the Year. I think that's his next step of just being one of those, elite defenders. Like he's already one of the top rim protectors, but just, continue to keep taking that next step.
Just curious with some time.
Yeah.
With Chris Dunn, just what have you made? What have some of the conversations you've had with him been about just the role that he's had so far and what you want from him? As I know we've talked about, you view him as kind of like a floor general, but obviously he's known for his defense as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy he's going to bring every night. He reminds me a lot of Nico. You just know exactly, what Chris Dunn is going to bring. He's going to bring that gritty toughness, defensive presence, point of attack defense, tough rebounds, tough plays. And so that's why he hasn't played a lot during the preseason, because we know what he's going to bring. The same thing as Nico. Just wanted to get, a better look at some of these young guys and some different combinations. And Chris is one of those guys that can play with any unit because he's going to bring what he brings every night.
Coach, when you were a player, you were one of those young guys that was fighting to make a roster and, even auditioning for other teams. What is it like, being on the coaches and coaching those guys who are finally getting these minutes there in preseason and trying to, show what they can do.
I wasn't never in that position, but they play hard. They compete. Like I was talking to Elijah, at the end of the game. Like when you come in the game, whether you play 1 minute, 12 minutes, he plays the same way. He's going to pick up full court. He's going to pressure. He's going to be great defensively. And you love to see guys take advantage of their opportunities. And like our young guys, they all have done that. And so I'm just happy to see that.
Sorry, going back to the Halo board for a second, and how unique it is. Do you think though that this arena, that is a home advantage where teams are coming in for the first time, they haven't seen that, they don't know the sight lines, you guys have had a little bit more time on the court than them. Can that be an advantage for you guys?
I'll let you know on Wednesday.
I anticipate a very detailed answer from you.
Awesome.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, Ty. The Clippers and Lakers have shared, the same court, for the past 25 years at Crypto.com. Now you guys are Intuit. How do you think in this new arena you guys are able to now establish your own brand?
I think just the amazing job that Mr. Ballmer and Gillian has done to give us our own home. I think when you always hear about new, you always think, everybody wants to see it, everybody wants to be a part of it. But I think, having our own home to come here every day and call it our home, and having our own locker room and being able to leave our stuff in our own locker room, and when we have concerts we don't have to worry about coming into the office and chairs and stuff on top of the desk, and so it just feels good, and like I said, thanks to Mr. Ballmer and Gillian for the work they've done to get us to this moment, and now we just got to play hard, play good, and win games.
Thank you.
Yeah.